Atlantis is a fictional island mentioned within an allegory on the hubris of nations in Plato's works Timaeus and Critias, where it represents the antagonist naval power that besieges ancient Athens, the pseudo-historic embodiment of Plato's ideal state in the Republic. Plato did it in 360 BC. So firstly, Plato mentioned that there was a city in Atlantic Ocean. He wrote about Atlantis in his book Timaeus and Critias. Plato thought that Atlantis was swallowed by the sea about 9,200 years ago. So by calculating, geologists said that Atlantis sank almost 12,000 years ago. Hypothetically, many people guessed the location of Atlantis. Most theories of the placement of Atlantis center on the Mediterranean, influenced largely by the geographical location of Egypt from which the story allegedly is derived. The second theory is Atlantis was located in Atlantic Ocean, in north or west. It has been thought that when Plato wrote of the Sea of Atlantis, he may have been speaking of the area now called the Atlantic Ocean. The ocean's name, derived from Greek mythology, means the Sea of Atlas. Paul Danbaban argues that this Neolithic civilization in Europe was partially drowned by rising sea levels caused by a comet impact that caused a pole shift and changed the Earth's axis around 3100 BC. Ignatius Donnelly presented some fringe theories about Atlantis. In 1882, he wrote a book named Atlantis, the Antediluvian World. In this book, he attempted to establish that all known ancient civilizations were descended from its high Neolithic culture. Such changes would be readily detectable to modern science, however, and Dunbaban's claims are considered pseudo-scientific at best within the scientific community. Now I am presenting in front of you the 6 most popular theories about Atlantis. The first theory is Atlantis was a mid-Atlantic continent that suddenly sunk into the ocean. This is the most popular theory about Atlantis. The second theory is swallowed up by the Bermuda Triangle. The third is previous Atlantis was Antarctica in present. The fourth theory is the story of Atlantis was a mythical retelling the Black Sea flood. Fifth theory is Atlantis is the story of the Minoan civilization, which flourished in the Greek islands circa 2500–1600 BC. And the last theory is Atlantis didn't exist at all. Philosopher Plato invented it.